All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about the last topics about Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero makes a big admission finally, may take him further in his career by doing this. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We're going to be in the 135-pound division in this video, talking about the aftermath of the Gervonta Tank Davis Rolly Romero fight that took place last weekend. Of course, there's another big fight coming up this weekend with Kambosos and Devin Haney in Australia. So definitely have our eyes on that for this weekend. Rolly has said that he would like to fight the winner of those guys. But in this video, we're going to talk about an admission that Rolly Romero finally makes after everything is said and done. And ain't no time like the present to learn from what's going on and be real about what happened. Now, before I go into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber and a supporter of the channel, thank you so much for chopping it up with me about boxing. It's always nice to be able to talk to other boxing fans about the sports we love. So thank you for, even if you don't agree with my opinion on a lot of things, thank you for coming by and chopping it up with me. If you're new to the channel, please consider accepting my invitation to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. This is a very good boxing forum. We got a lot of really knowledgeable boxing fans talk about a lot of different subjects in the live streams that we do every day and in the videos. So it's a good place to be. Hope you accept my invitation. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so we can chop it up. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to DM or send personal messages over there, follow me at Fanon Boxing on Twitter and on Instagram. But let's get into this right now. Rolly Romero got smoked by Gervonta Tank Davis in the 6th round of their fight that took place this weekend in Barclays Center in New York City, in Brooklyn, New York. I do believe that's in Brooklyn, New York. After the fight, Rolly Romero was acting kind of funny, man, talking about how he knows he was winning that fight, how he wants to get wants to run it back with Gervonta. Pretty much all that happened was he got caught with a good shot, and that was it. Other than that, Rolly had exposed Gervonta, had won every round, all of the above, right? Now, here's the deal. At last, Rolly Romero is now admitting that he lost to the better man. May seem like just a minor thing to accept and to say, but there's nothing minor about that, because when you admit something like that, that means that you absolutely have a way that you can grow and become a better fighter. Rolly Romero is not without skill. He is not without talent, and he is not without opportunity. And in that, he has an excellent promoter in Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Mayweather Promotions, who believe in Rolly Romero and gave Rolly Romero that opportunity, probably knowing what was going to happen in that fight. Rolly is a guy that can sell fights, right? If he's in a fight that is a winnable fight for him, it's going to be an exciting fight because he's a knockout puncher, and people want to see people win. People want to see people like that fight, right? Who can talk the game, who can give knockouts and all of that, right? Kind of like a guy like Ricardo Mayorga. Ricardo Mayorga, even though he wasn't the technically most sound fighter in the world, definitely continued to have I'd have to say, an overachieving career with the number of people and the number of fights that he got because of his ability to knock people out and the entertainment that he brings outside the ring. However, if Rolly Romero is going to get better and fight other guys at a championship level, which he should get the opportunity to do. There's guys like a fight with him and Ryan Garcia would sell, a fight with him and the winner of Kambosos and Devin Haney. People would be interested in seeing that just because Rolly talks a good game. However, if Rolly is running around thinking that his skill set was good enough, the only reason that he lost to Gervonta Davis was because Gervonta Davis landed a lucky punch. That is just, that is you not knowing what you're experiencing in the ring and lying to yourself. Out there lying to other people, misleading other people, or selling fights. Let me say it that way, not lying and just saying selling fights, right? Selling wolf tickets and all of that. That's part of promoting. That's part of selling pretty much anything that you're out there doing. You're trying to let people know the value of what you're getting and putting that value and making that value look, as great as it possibly can be, right? So I don't have a problem with them saying that out, in the lead up into fights or whatever. But during moments of sobriety, right, and self-reflection, if you're not out there saying, man, you know what can I really do? What could I have done to win that fight? And looking at it, be like, well, Gervonta is a better fighter than me. And what I'm going to have to do in order to beat Gervonta is I'm going to have to become a better fighter in these different areas and then go about setting a plan to get better in those areas. And by Rolly admitting that Gervonta Davis, that the better man won, that's really the first step to doing that. And I don't mean that lightly. I mean that very, very sincerely, because listening to Rolly for the entire time that this promotion was going on, I actually wound up liking Rolly. Like, man, I think Rolly's a good dude, man. I felt sorry for him in the way that that people that there was accusations around him before the fight originally happened, and the fact that he wasn't able to get that big chance, that he ultimately receives, and then that wound up going away. So ever since that point in time, I was like, man, Rolly seems like he's a nice guy. He's definitely selling the fight a lot, and not everybody, you got different kind of quirky people and things like that, but all around seems like a good dude, right? And it's good for boxing because he made a fight entertaining. Like, even in the fight, in the ring, he made it entertaining. Before the fight took place, he made it entertaining. So there's no reason for me to want anything, have any ill will towards the dude, because he gave me in every way, shape, and form my money's worth, right? I paid the $79, for the pay-per-view and didn't think about it afterwards. It wasn't the deepest it wasn't the deepest card in the world. Even, there was the Arislandi Lara fight with Spike O'Sullivan, which wanted up being entertaining because I'm a Lara fan. But, the big thing was Rolly Romero and Tank. Tank brought the star power and all that stuff that he always brings, but Rolly brought an entertainment value that made the fight worth watching, right? Which is something you sometimes don't get, right? With Canelo Alvarez and Canelo Alvarez fights where he's fighting, where Canelo is the big guy and you do want to see Canelo fight. I don't miss, as much as I criticize Canelo, and the fight choices that he has and the people he's fighting, I never miss a Canelo fight. Canelo fights are entertaining to me. I want to see the man fight. Not going to miss one. It would be helpful if he could get in there with somebody that I think that where it at least makes me wonder if the guy can win. And, and it's somebody that can sell the fight. Well, Rolly provided that in the fight, even though he didn't, in the case of, Dimitri Bivol, didn't actually pull off the fight like Bivol did. But he at least gave me that entertaining value. Like, man, when is Rolly going to get knocked out? Is he going to get knocked out? What round is that knockout going to happen? All of that, but it was still worth it. But anyway, seeing him reflect on it and saying that, my hat goes off to him, and no doubt about it, I definitely wish him the best, in for the remainder of his career. And I'm sure he's going to get other big fights. Getting better as a fighter, though, can only help him, because he definitely did, show some things that he had that I didn't know that he had. Fought with a jab, definitely, was definitely but as the fight went on, hands started to drop, and the more seasoned fighter, the more experienced and the better built fighter won, and that's what it is. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. And also, thank you so much for your support. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. I'll check you out on the next video. Peace.